This is Franklin Street and Chicago Transport Authority's loop line above, brown purple line, and along the Franklin Street you find many trees. This is Fraxinus trees, popularly called as ash tree. This is another tree which is also planted here. This is Kentucky coffee tree. Leaves are bipinnate, and this is dioecious. Male and female trees are separate. Botanically, it is named as Gymnocladus dioicus. So this is also seems to be male, and there are hanging baskets with begonia flowers, and there are elms also. So while I am talking to you, I spotted the female tree also of Kentucky coffee tree, which is just on other side of the road. And you see some kind of greenish pods, they are hanging. So its seeds are used as coffee, substitute of coffee. So I have been named as Kentucky coffee tree, Gymnocladus dioicus. So both male and female trees you find along the Franklin Street and side streets. Ohio Street, this is cross section of Ohio Street, and above you see the train is going. Leads to loop line basically. So there are, this is Celtis tree, Celtis occidentalis, and also the mossy baskets with begonia blossoms. So this is the view of Franklin Street. Very shady trees, Celtis occidentalis, hackberry trees. The fruits are eaten by the birds, songbirds, and even leaves are used as fodder in villages. This is the lifted rail line loop, means at the ground level you see the vehicles are plying. This is a road, but above the road you have a elevated rail line. So this Franklin Street is very famous, and despite its busy hustle bustle, you will find proper upkeep, cleanliness, and also find the ginkgo biloba trees. You see the ginkgo biloba tree on another side, that is maidenhair tree. Here also the male and female trees are separate. These are the begonia blossoms, and skyscrapers on either side. And so begonia, and here is Gymnocladus dioicus, Kentucky coffee tree. All these trees before me, they are Gymnocladus dioicus, dioecious, Kentucky coffee tree. Once it was also declared as the state tree of Kentucky, but presently the Kentucky coffee tree is not the state tree of Kentucky. This is indigenous tree from Kentucky. Leaves are typically bipinnate, and flowers are pale green or little yellowish. And here before me you will find, this is the female Kentucky coffee tree. Here you see the pods. So this way you can identify that this is not male tree, but this is female tree. See the pods pods are seen only in the female tree. So this is female Kentucky coffee tree along the Franklin Street. Very Franklin Street. This leads to the Chicago River. And at the cross sections you have many other landmarks. For example, this is some church, and behind is magnificent skyscraper, and Kentucky coffee tree along the road this side, even elms. Other side we have the magnificent line, and this ahead I will lead to the Chicago River side, where one can go for a river walk. Again a row of ginkgo biloba trees. A train just has appeared. On this loop line. And these are the trees. Ginkgo biloba. This is a female tree. This one is female tree. How you identify? Because you find silvery apricot-like fruits. They are not fruits, in fact they are seeds with fleshy sarcotasta. And they will turn yellowish orange during autumn time. So still they are maturing. Have a look on the female ginkgo biloba tree along the Franklin Street. All branches are laden with apricot-like seeds. They are not fruits, not to be confused with fruits. Basically they are apricot-like silvery orange fruits of ginkgo biloba, maidenhair tree, living fossil tree, national tree of China. This is the beauty of female tree. Especially during autumn time, the leaves will turn brilliant gold. So this is also known as autumn gold tree. And you see the train is also going on above the loop line. This is the Franklin Street. Ginkgo biloba planted. This is also ginkgo biloba, and this is also female tree. Perhaps in this stretch I could see the only female ginkgo trees. So all these are female ginkgo trees here along the Franklin Street. And now the loop line takes a turn towards left, and now I will also move along the left way so that I also reach the other side. This is Salix, perhaps Matsudana. See the train, view of train, loop line. This has taken a left turn, so I will also go this way. So I am just taking you along this loop line. So it started from Franklin Street. Along the Franklin Street it reached here, this spot. Now I will be just entering another street that is called as Wells Street. Wells Street is quite famous, especially for this elevated loop line. Here I see no trees on this side, but on other side there are some hydrangeas, hydrangea paniculata. When I enter, I will show you which other trees are growing along the loop line. So this street, which I just traversed from Franklin to reach the Well Street, was named as Hubbard Street. And now Hubbard Street, I will take a turn towards the right side and enter Well Street as per the loop line's direction. And I will also show you these flowers of hydrangea paniculata. Hydrangea paniculata, colorful white and pinkish, and these are magnificent begonia flowers. Hydrangea paniculata along the Well Street, along the loop line. Sterile flowers have more gaudy. They have the two colors, white also and purplish pink also, and many honeybees, especially great black wasp is also there. Sometimes you may also find butterflies, but here you see butterflies are not there, but a honeybee you can notice on the blossoms of hydrangea paniculata. This is the beauty of Chicago city. Even in the busy markets, busy city, you will find the shrubbery. This is perhaps some species of cotoneaster with red fruits. And also some hosta. And behind you will find estelbe. And there is a Texas bushes of yew, Texas cuspidata or Texas media. So this is some cotoneaster like evergreen shrub, and this is hydrangea. Now again I will take a turn along the Well Street, and just below the this elevated loop line, it will lead me to Chicago River also. So let me see which location it leads to. In fact, this is the downtown locality, and you will see the disciplined Kinsey Street. Before me you will find the Kinsey Street. The street which I just left was Hubbard Street. Now another street running perpendicular to Franklin Street. The Well Street, not Franklin. Well Street is the Kinsey Street. Even along the Kinsey Street you will find the honey locust trees, Vidyarthi triacanthos. This is Wells Street, and the trees of honey locust trees. These will turn golden yellow during autumn. And this is Kinsey Street.
You know what I mean? It's just, it's... My family's been with us. Yeah. Looks like my mom again.
I am going along the loop line. This is Wells Street, and even on the side you have the availability of cycles for the pedestrians, whosoever wants can take. So this is the view of Wells Street loop line. It started from Franklin Street, then it took a left turn and it entered the Wells Street. And this is for roads, but up above is the 350 North Wells Street loop line. Collection of legendary global brands everywhere. Even in the lobbies you will find the Paphiopedilum, that is moth orchid, not Phalaenopsis, not Phalaenopsis. Now I have entered the Chicago River. So this is the Chicago River, and you see these Salesforce skyscraper with the cloudy sky, and here's a private property, no trespassing allowed. So this is some cotoneaster with cotoneaster fruits, and these are various skyscrapers. And this is the Chicago School. So I started from Chicago Avenue, took my way through Franklin Street, then along the loop line I took left turn from Hubbard Street, then I crossed the Kinsey Street, then I reached Well Street over the Chicago River. So I will show you the Chicago River view just below Salesforce Tower, and that is on my right side. That I am showing you the Franklin Street, the street which I am now walking is the Wells Street, and it will take me to Becker Drive. There are trains. All this noises of a train, elevated train over the Wells Street bridge. Franklin Street, and even gull birds, and this is 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. in the morning, and restaurants, hotels, they are just not crowded. So this is the Chicago River, which is lifeline of the city of Chicago, and along the Becker Drive you will see the fascinating flowers and trees and bushes. This is Becker Drive, and this is Chicago River Walk. Along the river you see the shrubbery. There are, for example, there are many. This is a hamamelis, false witch hazel below, and yellow colored silphium, and blue colored lobelia syphilitica, and that is the Franklin Street. This is a Salesforce Tower, and I have just entered the Becker Drive, but loop line goes beyond. So I will show you some of the magnificent flowers between Wells Street and the Franklin Street. So I am just turning towards the Franklin Street before me, and on the way I will show you some of the very fascinating flowers. You have the beauty of petunia. This is petunia flowers. This is fairy flower, that is the Scibola amula. This is Angelonia angustifolia. This is heliotrope, and you see the beauty of loop line train which is proceeding toward the downtown. This is the Becker Drive. On the other side you find Joe Pye weed flowers, that is Eutrochium dubium, and on the bridge, because rail line is not clear perhaps, so it has stood over the Chicago River, this way, the Chicago School. So it is exactly, this train is above the Wells Street Bridge right now, and these are the flowers which are everywhere. This is begonia, that is Hemerocalis, Angelonia, even Tacitus. So this is the Well Street, and that is Eutrochium dubium, small statured Jopai weed which attracts bees, butterflies. So this is Heliotropium, and this is the great blue lobelia, Lobelia syphilitica. This is Tacitus, this is Begonia, and here you find another cardinal lobelia. This is most magnificent which I have come across, between the Franklin Bridge, Street Bridge, and the Well Street Bridge, and this is Lobelia cardinalis, scarlet red flowers, and in the backdrop you see the running train, elevated loop line, and below is the Wecker Drive. So it's a busy area, but despite that busy network, Chicago district authorities have taken pains to color the side paths, the flower beds, with unique selection of the flowers, which is worth appreciation. This is Cardinalis lobelia, or Lobelia cardinalis, but a beauty. And this is a cloudy day, and this one is pretty flower which I have come across. This is Zinnia, this is Angelonia, Petunia calibraqua, fiery flower. So now I have taken a right to reach again the Franklin Bridge, which I left while taking a turn towards the Well Street. Beauty of Lobelia cardinalis. And this is scarlet sage, salvia. But beauty of Lobelia cardinalis is amazing. Even Lantana camara has found inclusion as decorative flower. This is Lobelia syphilitica, great blue lobelia. The trees above is Syringa reticulata, no flowering, but it was nicely flowering during springtime. This is not the flowering time for Syringa reticulata, Japanese Syringa or Chinese Syringa, but this is the time for lobelias. So Lobelia cardinalis, 225 West Wecker Drive. So you see another train is running on the Chicago River along the Wells Street, and that is the Trump Tower behind, and this is Salesforce, and loop line just takes a turn again and it proceeds to the downtown. This is the beauty of Chicago city.